Hey, I'm Wei. I'm a beat maker from New Zealand and I've been making beats and playing guitar for a long time now. So I thought I might take you along for a ride and we can see what we can learn together and you can tell me what you think. Let's get started, shall we? So yeah, I basically use Logic for all my beats and it's what I've been using since high school. Usually when I start a beat, I try to figure out the drum pattern. So let me open up the quick sampler here, which is a very powerful tool. You basically can load one type of sample and it's really useful for throwing a drum in there or a quick like bass one shot, a lot of one shots, vocal chops and all that kind of stuff. So I think let me go to my new Cosmic Ear Candy sample pack, which I just released, and we can try and put some beats together with this. Let me try maybe this hi-hat. That sounds pretty nice. Woo. I think I'm going to go with bristle because it just exemplifies what I want today. The cool thing with Quick Sampler is you can use everything in MIDI and manipulate the sample's pitch and the filter with automation. So that's really sick. So let's see. Let's make just a basic pattern here. I think this should be dope. And maybe just have a little bit more drum action over here. A cool thing I like to do with the velocity is press A for automation in the MIDI. And yeah, so you can bring up the MIDI automation here and you can draw a line to make the velocity go in that particular direction. So check it out. And I think I'll make this go up in pitch. So maybe like this. Fire. I'll just lower the high frequencies with this filter over here of this hi-hat. So it'll make more room for the snare and other things. I might want to bring this BPM down a little bit. I can already imagine a groovy beat. Yeah, let's try one of the snares from my sample pack. Oof, that has so much meat to it. So the clangy snare. Why don't we try and bring this into the audio track so we can have a nice mix of both. Make a nice pattern here. It's already sounding fire. And maybe I'll make a triplet here. So drum patterns are always fun to experiment with. You can always go for ages and ages just basically putting little drum fills together and putting a lot of ear candy, if you will, in those areas. I think what I'll do is nice. But I might use another snare for that just to vary it up a bit. Yeah, I'll use this snare, I think. This one has a nice rim shot quality to it. So now the pattern sounds like this. Yeah, perfect. Put these hi-hats a bit lower. Nice. Let me just put a nice kick drum together to tie this whole thing together, and then we can start figuring out the chords. So another kick from my sample pack, maybe power plant. Nice and thick kick, I should say. Let's give this a try. And I think this is a bit low. See, it's in C2. So this is where the kick should be, I think. Maybe let's give that a try. A little bit more subdivision. And I like to put high-pitched kicks to make a tom kind of a percussion sound. So let's see how that sounds. And maybe follow that triplet figure. And I think this snare is really nice, although I'll just like lengthen it out a little bit and put some fades using this region editor over here. Because when you cut a sample very short, sometimes the volume can not have a time to go back to 0 before the sample ends. So it's important to put fades in unless you want a clippy poppy noise. So now that we got our drum pattern, this sounds pretty dope, and we can always edit it later. I think what I'll do is chop up some chords into this, and then we can start building it from there. I'm just using my Cosmic Ear Candy sample pack. Yeah, I think I'll use tonal loops and maybe harpology. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Cool. So the cool thing with the Quick Sampler using the same plugin is that it's from Logic, so it doesn't use a lot of CPU, and you can basically use it to slice up a sample. So with the sample I made, it will automatically slice and dice according to what it thinks is the most good transients to be using, and you can always change that sensitivity by using this knob here, this meter here. And so